Welcome back to South Paulding High School here in Douglasville, Georgia for the nightcap of SportalShowcase. We've had a great night of basketball, 4 games, none of them decided by more than 10 points. 3 of the last 4 have been decided at the final possession. Ramin Fergani here with Chuck Jones, and we are here for the nightcap. The Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, led by head coach Bo Boatwright, will be taking on the home team, their host team, the school that's been so good to allow us to host this tournament here, the South Paulding Spartans, led by Coach Gil Davis. Chuck, what do you see tonight?
I think there's going to be some excitement here. We have Ja'Queze Kirby in the building. He is definitely one of the better players in the state of Georgia, top 100 recruit. He's 2-time All-State, has several offers on the table, South Alabama, North Florida. He also has some conversations with SEC teams. Also, South Paulding has been on a tear of late. They've been doing pretty well starting off this season. They just recently last night knocked off 2-time state champion Langston Hughes. In that effort, they did very well. So we're looking to see guys like Cam Armstrong, who's averaging 15 points a game, to match up well against Ja'Queze Kirby on the other side for the Yellow Jackets. And looking in for a good one for this nightcap.
We sure do hope so. South Paulding, they have a 5-2 record coming in with quality wins over Villa Rica and Creekside. Jeff Davis 4-1. Their one loss coming to Brantley County. Last year, they're coming off a 22-8 season. They lost in the second round to Glen Hills, who was an eventual Final Four team, But for Jeff Davis, this is the first time in school history that they are playing in the Metro Atlanta area, Chuck. What a moment for them.
Oh, yeah. I know that they hear a lot about, what's going on in the big city of Atlanta, and they get an opportunity to get up here to showcase their talents, and that is the reason why we invited these guys.
We really tried to get a very good dispersal of teams from around the state, people who you wouldn't normally see in these showcases, people who, if you're a true basketball fan, good teams, but teams that maybe you can't travel 2 hours north or 3 hours down south to see. We brought them all here, tried to get them in one place for you to see 5 games. This is the 5th, and we have a little student section forming from South Paulding over there.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them start trickling in here and there. We've been strapped with bad weather all day today. It's been raining cats and dogs, and we're ready here.
Jeff Davis wins the tip. It's going to be Brantavius Swain who has the ball, who brings it across midcourt. Ja'Queze Kirby, his first touch, his first 3, dead center, and he hits.
Bottom of the net for Ja'Queze Kirby.
South Paulding now with their first offensive possession. Let's see how they can respond down 3. Inside, that's blocked, it looked like. Foul called.
Yeah, Knowledge Rubin, he was looking for a foul call in there on the inside.
It'll be South Paulding's ball from the baseline.
No good from the wing there.
That was Cameron Armstrong on the miss, but South Paulding gets a third chance opportunity now. Head fake, steps 2 feet inside, miss, rebound again, South Paulding.
Good offensive rebound. South Paulding needs to settle down just a little bit.
Excuse me? It's really these second and third chance opportunities that'll kill you. If you can't control the glass defensively as that one's thrown errantly out of bounds, Jeff Davis finally gets it on a unforced turnover here.
Oh, yeah, of course. Those second chance opportunities will kill you later on down the stretch because, when you got guys 6'3", 6'7" in the paint, getting 2, 3, 4 opportunities, they're bound to make them.
Jump shot from the right side of the court missed, out of bounds, and Jeff Davis will keep possession of it. Far corner of the court. Good inbounds defense right there.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing that jumping jack defense. That's what I always ask players to do when they're defending, to make sure you jump. There he is.
And he picks it off this time. Bats it away the first time, and he gets it this time. Leading it up court all the way. Floater.
And that Shields with the miss.
Armstrong three. This time it hits.
Armstrong hits the bottom of the net.
3 all, 2 minutes gone. Excuse me, 1 minute and 20 gone. Jeff Davis's floater gets blocked out of bounds. It will be C.J. Parker inbounding from the baseline.
Good inbounds pass. Oh, you got to come away with those. James Johnson found himself an opening, received the pass, and couldn't convert on the open, easy bunny. You got Shane Gibson on the inside, going down to the inside.
Loose ball batted around there. South Paulding keeps it, but that one goes out of bounds. Another unforced turnover there along the baseline. Jeff Davis will have it.
Knowledge Rubin looks pretty good out there with that good size he has. He's 6'6". They're giving the ball to him on the inside. Here's the steal here.
Blocked with authority.
There's Kirby on the block.
There was no doubt in my mind he was going to get that one as soon as he went up. Armstrong now. He'll take his own shot, miss, but the foul from behind. An unnecessary foul that gives Armstrong 3 shots at the line.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to, number one, foul a jump shooter and then also to foul a three-point shooter. You know, it makes it really tough on your coaches, your coaching staff when you're doing that. Because you get yourself in silly foul trouble, and later on in the game when you're dealing with bonus shots, it, you know, puts you in a tight situation.
Especially that one from behind, you know. It's kind of, the play's gone, the shot's off, and 1 of 2 on this trip for Armstrong. Third coming up. Armstrong, after missing the first, converts the next 2, goes 2 for 3 at this trip.
Good pass.
And that's a goaltend.
Well, I like the effort by Shields to get back and play defense. He has definitely shown that he is the defensive stopper for this team of the South Paulding Spartans.
Armstrong to Rubin. Back to Armstrong, try to get it inside. That's quickly flushed back out. And Knowledge Rubin, for his size, he's playing pretty high up near the key.
Yeah, I think James Johnson will, you know, play down. I'm not James Johnson, I'm sorry.
Contact before the shot. It will be 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, they're putting, it looks like they're putting Shields more closer to the basket, or Ruben Kyles, it looks like as well. But Knowledge Rubin definitely has this, the touch to basically get that shot up there at the high post and knock it down.
First one for Shields doesn't fall. Shields goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Emmanuel Ruff just stepped in the game for Jeff Davis.
And South Paulding's pressure pays off. It looks like Shields was able to pick it off, and he takes it all the way to the basket.
Good move by Shields right there.
South Paulding's going to stay in that full court defense. Not exactly a full court press, but putting pressure on early, not letting Jeff Davis get in their set. Kirby tried to go between the legs, and Jeff Davis retains possession. Turnaround jumper for King, doesn't fall.
Here we have 1-on-1 right here.
Armstrong, offensive foul. I saw that elbow kind of swing out there, Chuck.
Yeah, maybe that was the call with the elbow there, because I thought that the defender got there soon enough to get that charge call. I mean, the blocking call, I'm sorry.
Very condensed inbounds here for Jeff Davis. As McMillan has to go to the bench for an equipment violation, I believe. And we have a stoppage in play.
Well, it looks like both of the teams are, trying to feel each other out. They've been waiting for a lot. South Paulding's been waiting all day to hit their home floor. Of seeing some of the other players, the other teams take their floor, but right now I think they're poised to try to pull out this win here against Jeff Davis, against top 100 Jeff Kirby.
Kirby now gets the inbounds. He's going to have to deal with the double team, and he does. Gets it up court.
Good numbers, good pass.
King's the one who finishes for Jeff Davis.
Good move by Ty King.
And just to finish your point from earlier, South Paulding was initially scheduled for the noon game as late as yesterday. They were the first game of the day, but because of inclement weather moving into the North Georgia area, Franklin County wanted to make sure they didn't get stuck in snow trying to go back home, so they switched up the noon game, and South Paulding got bumped to the nightcap.
Oh, yes.
Acrobatic move. He finishes and one. What a move.
Most definitely good move by Shane Gibson. Shane gets with it. We have new guys coming in. Chandler Travis, 6'4" senior. And also Elijah Paul, also a senior.
And Gibson converts the and one, makes it a 3-point play. The home team leads 11-7 with just over half of the first period elapsed. Johnson helps break the full court pressure out of bounds. It will be Jeff Davis ball on the far sideline.
South Paulding's playing some tremendous defense thus far. They're moving, they're active, they have their hands up, they're getting their hands on a lot of the passes.
Jeff Davis showing some good ball movement so far.
Good pass, good defense.
What a play.
If they swing the ball, they have an open shot over here on the wing.
Yeah, Knowledge Rubin had his hands up after he made that acrobatic pass saying, hey, I'm open, but.
There's Knowledge on the baseline. I told you he has that soft touch, man. He can knock down that jumper.
Excuse me. You know who his jump shot reminds me of? It's a little Al Horford-like.
Yeah, Al Horford has made a living off shooting that baseline jump shot.
That will be out of bounds on the baseline. Jeff Davis will get the ball, and looks like South Paulding's backing off just a hair here. Not playing as far up.
They're going 3 quarters now. A 3/4 press.
Kirby just lost
it over, yeah.
Oh, very close to a backcourt there. 3 doesn't fall. 13-7, 2:39 remaining in the first quarter. South Paulding leads Jeff Davis. C.J. Parker trying to get it across, but careless pass there.
Good pass. Oh, you got to come up with those finishes right there. Elijah Paul has the opportunity to go to the free throw line, but I like to see him make the layup.
South Paulding's been at the free throw line a fair bit early on in this first quarter.
Yes, indeed, they have.
Paul misses the first. We have some more subs coming in for South Paulding. It's going to be number 5, Thomas Marshall, coming in. Looks like Rubin, who stepped out.
South Paulding, like I said earlier, they're playing some pretty good defense. There's a reason why I said I like to see Paul make the layup, because he missed both of these free throws here. Yeah, we got some numbers here.
Parker didn't go, gets a rebound, and he gets fouled inside.
That's James Johnson getting ready to go to the line. He's been fairly active. I like to see him make these 2 free throws and get some things going for Jeff Davis.
And the first gets stuck.
All right. Shocking a fool, actually.
Kirby's there with the assist.
Definitely will be a blooper on the ride home for these guys, Jeff Davis, when they go back to Jeff Davis County.
Second one falls. Very controlled pace early on here, Chuck.
Yeah, it's not really a neck break action, but it definitely is a controlled pace. That's a good pass there. A lot of sloppiness, I think, going on here with Jeff Davis. There's not execution with their passes. There's been several turnovers. Like to see them control the ball just a little better than what they're doing. But you give that credit to South Paulding's defense.
Their defense has been disruptive with active hands, and when they take away the passing lanes, you know, there's so much you can say about the offense, but you also have to give the defense credit.
Well, you got Pat Love coming in and Hunter Williamson subbing in as well.
Another unforced turnover. You can't – oh, that just got taken away. Attempt to go up on the fast break layup there. He'll be going to the line to shoot too. But just even there, you have a baseline inbounds for Jeff Davis. You can't throw it away.
No,
You've got to get that in safely.
You can't. I mean, usually when you have the ball out under your own basket, it's an opportunity, an advantage opportunity for you to be able to, you know, get an easy basket. But, however, those turnovers will kill you.
I believe it's Hunter Williamson at the line. Missed his first. He goes 1 for 2. Kirby inbounds. And Paulding's playing that full court.
Now they come back to the full court.
Good pass, but just couldn't handle it on the far side there. South Paulding steps out of bounds, trying to break away from it, though. Jeff Davis catches a break.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's nerves or if it's just, you know, out of rhythm, but Jeff Davis is out of sync right now.
That last shot attempt looked like he ran into a brick wall of white there. And, you know, we have to take into account the travel time for Jeff Davis is significant. South Paulding's the home team. They live, you know, slept in their own beds and woke up at a very leisurely time today. Jeff Davis had to take a long bus ride up here.
Yes, and then, you know, those bus rides are brutal for some. And, of course, with the weather out here, I know that made it a little lazy for these guys to.
Williamson's three doesn't go. South Paulding second chance opportunity on an offensive rebound. The jumper from the far side goes.
Oh, that's Chandler Travis for 2.
Kirby dumps it off for a floater. Doesn't go. Jeff Davis inbound at their own baseline, trying to get into Kirby. Looked at Kirby, didn't go. Contact, and it will be James Johnson going to the line, shooting 2.
James Johnson is somewhat undersized, but he is a load down there. He's causing a lot of activity. So look forward to Jeff Davis to capitalize on his activity.
First doesn't go, and you've got to think for Jeff Davis the type of game this is turning out 16-8 with a minute left in the first. Free throws, when you get the opportunity, are going to be so big, you've got to knock them down.
Yeah, you have to. And this game is free throws and layups and, you know, defense and rebounds pretty much get you over the hump when it comes to winning ball games. And, of course, you got to limit your turnovers as well.
Johnson goes 1 for 2 in that trip. South Paulding now 51 seconds. Williamson, the 3 near side.
Good rebound right there.
3 hung up there for a bit. Kirby gets the defensive board on the second try. He will take it up himself, facing the double. 1 goes away now. King. Far side Johnson. Back to Kirby, and I think he wants to hold for the last shot. 22 seconds and ticking. Gets a good pass, though, inside. King, and he finishes.
Good move by Ty King. There's the finish they need right there. 5-point ball game right here, 16-11.
9 seconds and ticking. South Paulding looking for a good shot. That wasn't it. And a foul.
Tough foul in there for James Johnson. I know he was just only trying to defend, but it got himself out in the air. I believe that's 2 fouls on Johnson. Thomas Marshall at the free throw line for South Paulding knocks down the first. And he completes the 2.
4.4 seconds. Kirby gets it, and he's going to have to move quickly. 2 seconds from midcourt. Takes the shot. Oh, it looked good from here, but it was off to the right about a basketball's length away. At the end of the first quarter, South Paulding leads Jeff Davis 18-11.
Yeah, I'd say South Paulding did a pretty good job, containing Ja'Queze Kirby. He has only 3 points, which was the opening 3 in the first quarter. Now they have to come back and try to get him a little more involved of what he's doing and, putting a little more pressure on the defense of the South Paulding Spartans.
Yeah, you took my takeaway point from the first quarter right away from me. Ja'Queze Kirby, he didn't – it's not like he didn't touch the ball. He handled the ball, but just not in any sort of meaningful offensive scoring opportunity there.
Yeah, I think, he's done a little bit of facilitating, but however, when you have a big gun like Ja'Queze Kirby, who's averaging close to 20 points a game, you want him to have the ball a lot in scoring opportunities.
And just visually speaking, looking at our rosters here, we have Kirby listed at 6'6", and he has at least 2 or 3 inches on his primary defender from the Spartan side. Maybe you want to see him just drive to the rack and try to use that height advantage to force a shot.
Well, the thing is, once he gets past his, defender, I like him just raise up over these guys. But he does have 6'6". Who is that? I'm sorry, Knowledge Rubin. He's been guarding him also. So, it's been tough to shoot over a guy that's the same height.
South Paulding, third chance opportunity, drops and a foul. Swatting
Cameron
down.
Armstrong on the rebound and put back.
Jeff Davis got Armstrong on the face there, trying to block the shot.
Good tap out.
Williamson draws all the round and finishes.
Williamson comes in. That's Caleb Duncan.
Armstrong near side. Gets it poked away, but picks it back up. Behind the back, Kirby strips it away, trying to find room. And triple teamed.
Oh, good split of the defense right there by Kirby. Very savvy move right there. Didn't try to force any activity, but however, he was able to split the two and get the foul call.
Ty King inbounds.
Kirby from the 5-second line, and it's good.
That was about a good 4 feet behind the three-point line, but Kirby, maybe some frustration, wanting to just take a shot and put things into his own hands. Pump fake 3 doesn't go. South Paulding gets it. Tipped out and still being tipped. Kirby gets it across. Couldn't quite get a handle on it.
That was a double block right there. It looked like Shields was in on the play, and also Ruben Kyles was in there. Good hustle on defense there. South Paulding's not giving up when it comes to defense.
And Jeff Davis has gone kind of small. Emmanuel Rumpf, who now has it near midcourt. He's listed at, we don't have an official height, but looks like they've gone a bit smaller on their lineup. Ty King now tries to get it to Kirby and does.
Good pass.
Dawson Bailey on the miss there.
He went for his own. That's what Kirby has to do, get rebounds and go.
He's facing that extra attention, though. Got tripped up by a foot there, but Kind of always has that second South Paulding Spartan very close in tow. If not a pure double, let's call it a 1.5.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. He is definitely being pressured defensively. It looks as though that South Paulding has agreed to not let Ja'Queze Kirby beat them.
And that's just the thing, right? You take away one and you say the other 4 people on the court have to beat me.
Oh, yeah, you got to step up. But, however, everything is catered around Ja'Queze, so, you know, you're going to have those troubles when he's not scoring.
Kirby comes up, defensive
Kirby.
end.
What we got here? Oh,
and he finishes.
Go ahead and slam it on down one good time, Kirby.
Armstrong bringing it back up for South Paulding. Get to the top of the key, and that's poked away, but a foul is called on Ty King.
Boston.
Bailey.
That's Dotston Bailey.
My apologies. Armstrong back at the line, shooting.
I tell you, Armstrong's going to have to start paying rent in a little while at the free throw line because he's making a lot of visits and staying there. Every time we're looking up, he's at the free throw line.
Got to keep those shirts tucked in.
Oh, yeah. You have some referees that are, you know, very stickler with that. They will make sure that, you know, if there's a thread hanging out, he's going to make sure you tuck it in.
Tries to get it up, but Armstrong
too late. He was open. They saw him too late. That's a good pull-up. Good fight for the rebound right there. Way to come off the bench and cause some activity by Caleb Duncan. The offensive rebound put back.
Kirby now trying to work, takes the shot. This 3 doesn't go. South Paulding's Armstrong gets it.
I think if I'm Jeff Davis, I may want to go ahead and put Ja'Queze Kirby at the middle of that zone press. Put him in the middle of it, and then he can operate from the middle of the floor a little better as opposed to trying to bring the ball up against the press.
I think as he brings the ball up, it allows South Paulding to leak that second defender up and kind of stay with him the whole time and not let Jeff Davis establish into an offensive set in the half court. Armstrong knocks down another. Second free throw at this trip coming up. And it'll fall.
Well, Armstrong coming in this game averaging over 15 points a game, so we can see why he's getting that kind of point production.
Kirby to King doesn't go. Kirby's tip goes deflected out of bounds. King will try to make something happen, finds Kirby.
Good pass by Kirby, and a good finish by Ty King. Ty King's been doing pretty well here, giving them some support. Need some other people to just step in.
He was the inbounder there, and then he kind of sneaked back into the frame when Kirby got it, found the soft spot on the defense inside the paint. As that 3 for Duncan doesn't go. Jeff Davis now. TJ McMillan
turns it over. Good rebound by Knowledge.
He'll be going to the line to shoot. 1-1.
Another thing I've noticed as well when Jeff Davis, they're going to have to do a better job of boxing these guys out because they're getting 2 and 3 opportunities at the basket, and that's going to be detrimental come late in the game.
Rubin shooting 2, correction. He misses the first.
Ball's live. Ball's live.
Well, it was live before the horn.
Well, the ball should be live. think someone there on the clock made a mistake and hit the substitution buzzer. You can do that once the basket goes in, but however, you can't do that on a missed basket. Might be a little bit of home cooking maybe.
Slight mishap there. Armstrong causes the disruption.
Good pass.
Inside in the finish for Shields.
That's a good pass by Caleb Duncan, seeing the man cutting to the basket.
McMillan, backcourt violation. He passes it across, trying to get it to Kirby, but just a step too far to his right.
And also was an excellent cut to the basket by Shields as well.
Travis inbounds it for South Paulding. Kirby takes it away after a mishandle, tries to get it up, one-on-one, and that will go. Good finish for Jeff Davis's.
Swain on the finish.
Armstrong now back to his usual job, handling. Inside to Shields, and he gets fouled, so he'll be going to the line to shoot. If they call this in the act of shooting, shoot two.
They're putting a lot of pressure on Jeff Davis's defense, because every time we're looking up, they're at the free throw line, and they're actually over 10 team fouls thus far.
Shields misses his first. Second falls, though. And they're playing that full court again. Goes back inside to Kirby, and he receives extra attention. Gets it to King. Kirby inside. Kirby. Nice touch pass.
Good basketball right there. That is Gillis on the finish.
.240 remaining in the first half. South Paulding leads by 6. Armstrong pulls up, gets blocked. Kirby recovers.
That's
up to
a great
King.
Pass.
And King's floater doesn't go. Kirby over everyone.
Nice.
Gillis blocked. Shields.
That's a good pull-up right there.
Yep.
Shane Gibson. I don't think that Kirby's teammate was expecting him to be able to save that ball, but that was a good play for him.
And he's going to pull up for a long two now. Won't go. Off right. Armstrong gets it up to Shields, but a foul is going to be called. Offensive foul.
That foul is called on Travis.
TJ McMillan now to Kirby. Far side, King. Now to Swain. Inside. Nijay Gillis finishes for Jeff Davis.
That was a great pass by Swain. Way to get the defender up in the air with the pump fake. Drive to the basket, drop off the package for two.
3 misses everything. That is blocked with authority by Armstrong. Put back, doesn't go, but he'll be going to the line to shoot two. It's going to be Gillis.
It's good hustle by Gillis to keep running the floor, making sure that he keeps the play alive. That was also good hustle by Cameron Armstrong to get back to defend, but however, his teammates have to follow it up too.
Gillis' first falls, and one of the few times that Jeff Davis has been at the stripe shooting in this half, and Gillis is capitalizing on it so far. Cut it to a 2-possession, 4-point game here with a make. That won't go. Saved by South Paulding. Armstrong to Gibson. The layup won't go. Rebound by McMillan.
Gibson tried to what we call the Olay layup. Good spin move. I like to see Kirby just go ahead and take that shot after that move instead of dropping the pass off. He traveled here.
And Kirby gets called on the foul.
No, I think it was a travel call on Shane Gibson.
Travel before it, okay. King Kirby with some velocity. The 2 will fall and a 1.
All right.
Ja'Queze Kirby will be shooting to make this a 2-point game. And, you know, it seems like South Paulding has maintained possession for most of this first half, but it's only a 1-possession game.
Yeah. Jeff Davis has done a good job of getting those inside passes. That's really what it is. They're penetrating through the gaps of the South Paulding defense, and they're able to get easy baskets when their defense is committing to the ball. So Jeff Davis is doing a good job of getting back in this game.
And Kirby gets himself back to the line shooting a 1-and-1 as he was fouled on the pass. Makes it.
That's the first time it sounds like the student section has gotten involved. They've been very quiet over there. I'm not sure if it's the rain that got them a little jury, but hey, we love to hear that crowd get busy.
Kirby makes the second, 32-31. 54 seconds and ticking remaining in this first half. Jumper won't go. Rebounded by Jeff Davis. Quickly gotten to Kirby. Kirby, McMillan, he pulls up. Got to look behind him, but a travel. And we hear them coming up now a bit. The South Paulding Spartan student section, they're ticking up.
They're coming alive right now. I guess they realize that it's time to get involved in the game since it's now a one-possession game versus when they were up 11, 12 points early on.
South Paulding looking for a good offensive opportunity, but they want to hold for the last shot. 13 seconds remaining in the first half. They lead
looks
by
like
a
they're
point.
trying to get one, huh?
Armstrong making a move, finds
Strong
an open
move.
lane. Can't make it go. Tip out. 2-on-0 opportunity, and
There
Jeff
he
Davis
is.
will finish at the buzzer.
All right, Brentavious Swain with the finish.
And Jeff Davis goes jogging into the locker room with a 1-point lead, 33-32.
And and there you have it. They definitely made sure that they got themselves back in this ball game, and of course they taken the lead into the locker room. Turnaround of events in that second quarter. Looks like Ja'Queze Kirby found himself, got it going a little bit. He now has 12 points.
I think the big thing for Kirby's been he's scored the 12 points, but he's also been able to facilitate more, and he's understanding that he's drawing the extra attention. So when he penetrates into the paint, there's going to be an open guy he can probably dump it off to and create opportunities for these other guys like McMillan and Swain and King.
Of course, they do. They're doing a better job. Like you said, King has got a couple buckets. He has 6 points. James Johnson has 4. Gillis came off the bench, and he has 5. He's contributed as well. And also T.J. McMillan is give a contribution, along with Brentavious Swain, who has 4.
One thing we haven't seen is the shot of C.J. Parker. He's the freshman for Jeff Davis, and we have him listed as a shooter. We have him keyed into that, and we have not seen much of that from him thus far.
Yeah, he hadn't had his opportunities. I'm pretty sure that that'll be discussed in there with Coach Boatwright in the locker room. And I also think that we'll get some more looks for him if Ja'Queze Kirby keeps facilitating the way that he's doing.
Over in the South Paulding locker room, Coach Gil Davis, he ran a deep bench. Lots of rotations, got a lot of players in there. Do you think he's going to shorten his bench a bit for the second half?
Yeah, he may. A lot of coaches, what they do early on, and especially because of the defense that he runs is a taxing defense. So he has to have the bodies to be able to withstand that. They caused a lot of turnovers earlier. They stymied the Yellow Jackets, but now that they've been able to figure out how to break that press and how to break through that defense, they're looking pretty good now.
I think one of the things is it's a rare thing that a team can run a press successfully for 4 quarters. Eventually, you're either going to get tired or the other team's going to figure out how to break it.
Yeah, it's one or the other. A lot of time it's the latter of the two because if you're pressing, you know that you have the personnel to make sure that you'll be able to withstand the rigor that you have to go through. And then also, if you're able to figure out how to break that press, a lot of times coaches will call off that press. So it'll be interesting to see how South Paulding comes back out after halftime.
Yes, sir, it will. 7:25 remaining. Jeff Davis, they lead 33-32 in the final game of the Sportal Showcase.
Yeah, it's been a great game, great day of games all day today. We had Money's Mill get out of here with a 2-point win over Franklin County. Franklin County had to come to the earlier games versus the late game. They were scheduled to play this game against South Paulding, but there was a switch in schedule, so South Paulding chose to go ahead and play this game and allow Franklin County to get back up there due to inclement weather. Then also we had earlier Woodville Tompkins, the #1 team in the state in 2A. They finished with escaped with a 2-point win.
They held on for dear life
versus Chattooga. Third game actually was with Grayson and Eagles Landing. It was a tale of two halves. Eagles Landing came out looking very solid, looked like a well-oiled machine, and halftime came, and next thing you know, David Smith took over for Grayson, and he put them in a situation where they walked away with the lead, with an 8-point win. And finally, the last game, just recently, we just had
Coffee and Campbell, and very similar to our previous games. It was kind of a tale of two halves where I want to say it was Coffee came out strong, but then Campbell fought back, and they came down to the fourth quarter final play. I believe it was Coffee who had the shot for a win.
Yeah,
it just didn't fall. From half court heave, it looked good, and just couldn't go. Campbell escapes with the win.
Yeah, Coffee started out on it with like a 21-4 first quarter, and Campbell was able to ride on the back of do-it-all point guard Terrell Durden. He's one of the best in the state, and he proved that by dropping 39 points against these guys earlier this game.
Including the go-ahead basket.
Including the go-ahead basket, you're right. We're having a great time out here at South Paulding. Sportal TV News Live. Actually, you can go to Sportal TV Live to catch the replays, to catch the live broadcast right now as it's going. We're here with Ramin, and we're having a great time.
In addition to that, we also do football. We covered a lot of football and fall sports that just passed. I believe we'd streamed 12 games this season. All of those replays are available if you have the itch for some high school football from Georgia.
Exactly. It was a great football season. Had a lot of fun running up and down the sidelines, doing some of the reporting, noticing some of the great players of tomorrow that we playing on Saturday afternoons here next year or years to come. So it was a good thing with Sportal TV to do the live broadcast. And anyone out there that's looking for live broadcasts, you can contact us at sportalspace.com.
The end zone cam, Chuck, I really liked your vantage on the end zone view. You were right there under the goalpost, posted up and ready to get these touchdowns.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. A lot of fun.
3:30 remaining in this halftime break. Jeff Davis has come out of the locker room, and South Paulding's trickling out now. Both teams ready, warming themselves back up. Student sections mellowed out a bit.
Just a little quiet. They're a little quiet. And it looks like it's about a good 20, 30 of them up there. Well, about 35 it looks like. pretty sure they're going to start making some noise right here when the game starts winding down.
Got to save the energy for the fourth quarter, right? Close game in the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden the gym should come to life. Home team got to defend the home court, and for this student section who's come out on this rainy Saturday, I anticipate they'd want to be a part of it too.
Most definitely. Cam Armstrong for South Paulding it looks like he has 11 points for the first half for the South Paulding Spartans. Cam Armstrong averaged 17 points a game last year, and right now he's currently over just a little bit over 15 points a game. Shane Gibson had a 15-point game against Creekside recently, and also Shields gave 12 points as well. South Paulding is one of the surprise teams. They play in a very tough region with the likes of Langston Hughes, who got knocked off by South Paulding yesterday. Langston Hughes is a two-time 6A champion and 5A champion, and they have been doing a very good job this season, and I look to see Coach Davis to improve on their success.
They went 9-17 last year with a young team, and they're definitely looking on improving on that. Could be a state title playoff contender here, and they hope to be building something again. He said a tough region, very, very tough to battle every game in a region. There are no cupcakes in this region.
Oh, no, not at all, not at all. But the region that they also have Hiram and also Tri-Cities. Tri-Cities is the #1 team in 5A right now, so they took a tough loss against them. But they have a 5-2 overall record, and they're looking to improve upon it.
One thing just to go back to Armstrong, it looked to me offensively, South Paulding had kind of two different sets. One where they ran Armstrong as kind of a point guard, and he was facilitating the offense. And then one where he was off the ball. He was a pure shooter.
Yeah, and it looks like here, he's pretty much considered a combo guard. So he can definitely handle the ball and distribute, but he also is definitely a scorer. He can get off the ball and receive the pass and create his own shot. And he's been doing very well this first half. He has double figures. So look to see how this thing turns out with a 1-point lead by Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets.
Halftime, sorry, Chuck. Halftime ticks down. We'll see what adjustments both coaches make. Coach Davis and the Spartans taking on Coach Boatwright and the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be Spartan ball inbounding. They are in the white. They will be going to your left. You're underway in the third quarter.
And away we go.
Armstrong now again. He was off the ball on that side. We were just talking about it there. He was not facilitating, and that is just pushed out of bounds. They're going to call it deflected off Jeff Davis. So South Paulding will retain possession. Knowledge Rubin gets it inside to Shields, who's working hard. Dishes it out. He'll get it, trying to work again into the paint. Rubin, Armstrong thought about the three, but thought better.
Jeff Davis looks like they're coming out with a little bit more aggressive on the defensive side. Up until Knowledge Rubin decides to go in and make the play.
They were trying to play the pass, and they kind of left the paint unprotected. So Rubin was able to catch it and slip in once he beat that first defender.
I don't know if that was the shot Swain wanted, but here comes Shane Gibson on the finish.
He goes coast to coast for South Paulding. Jeff Davis now trying to pick up the pace. C.J. Parker's layup doesn't go. They will retain possession on the baseline, though.
Good pass. I'm getting the timeout. There we go. I was just calling it. I'm getting the timeout right here if I'm Jeff Davis.
One thing you absolutely do not want to do is you come out looking flat, give up a few defensive mishaps, more or less, let South Paulding score, and then let this game get out of hand in the first minute of the third quarter. Definitely not something you want to happen.
Exactly. They looked a little out of sync as they did in the first quarter, and South Paulding went on ahead and took advantage of that. Those turnovers created into baskets.
Jeff Davis is going to have the ball in their backcourt. Kirby's going to be inbounding, and South Paulding's showing pressure.
Looks like it's a man-to-man.
Swain's able to get it, and he finishes.
Nice move by Swain, high off the glass. And that's how you have to get that shot off. When you're a smaller offensive player, you're going up a taller defender, you have to get that ball high off the glass.
Gibson long two doesn't go. Kirby isn't able to corral the rebound. Armstrong, corner three. That falls in. Armstrong, silky smooth jumper there.
Yes, he did. Good pass.
Johnson gets fouled.
I don't think Johnson needed that dribble. That pass was so good. All he had to do was take that 1-2 and take it on in. And when he puts that ball on the floor, that gives the defense opportunity to catch up, and that's what happened there. And although they did get called with a foul, he didn't have that easy layup like he thought he had.
I don't think Shamish Shields was very happy about that foul call, Chuck.
No.
And he's going to check out. So it could be Chandler Travis checking in inside his spot. Second foul shot does fall. Armstrong now looking, facilitating. 3 feet deep. It looked good from here.
I'm not sure if Knowledge got fouled in there, but hey, Chandler Travis has his back.
And he almost made a good play again on the inbounds. Read that like a hawk and rushed in, unable to get the ball, unfortunately. Coast to coast, just a tad too far.
Yeah, that was a good pass there. And that's what you really want, because Spalding County, South Paulding, they have the ball.
Rubin.
They have all the defenders up, pressing. So all you have to do is just send somebody deep, and you have an open layup. But here's a good baseline move right here. Oh!
Tried to go under and around, didn't go. One-on-one now.
Go.
Good behind-the-back pass by Swain.
Swain, nice with the pass there.
An easy finish for Jeff Davis.
It was C.J. Parker, who you called for him.
C.J. Parker with the rebound now.
Here we go. Back to him. Oh, nice. Good basketball right there. Good basketball.
Johnson was kind of open that whole time there on the low block, and after indirect pass, they get it to him, and he's able to finish. 2-point game. South Paulding leads by 2. Kirby with the rebound, wide open.
Jeff Davis is getting out on the floor. Oh, way to get back, Cam.
And far side referee calls a foul.
Cameron Armstrong is not giving up on a lot of these plays. He's definitely getting back and competing.
Good hustle as Kirby goes one-on-one with Armstrong. Tries to go through 2. Good finish at the rim.
We have a tie ball game, Remy.
Like we have all day.
Good basketball right there. These are some pretty good passing teams. They're definitely looking for their teammates. Chandler Travis has 6 off the bench.
Good job by Kirby passing over the double. And a foul is going to get called against South Paulding, much to the chagrin of Coach Gil Davis. King on the inbounds gets it into Kirby. Kirby looking.
Tough pass, tough finish.
And one.
There's your freshman.
C.J. Parker's coming alive a bit in this second half. He'll be at the line shooting two. I'm sorry, shooting one, the and one. And it goes. Halfway through the third quarter, South Paulding brings it across midcourt. Good hands there. That's C.J. Parker flirting with the midline. Johnson.
This is a good passing team.
King. Kirby finishes the job. Both of these teams are passing the ball exceptionally inside the paint.
They are. Good team right here. Good teams.
Shane Gibson now for South Paulding. And they've moved Armstrong off the ball. They're kind of looking for him to be able to catch and shoot more or less now. Finds a spot in the middle of the paint. Doesn't go for South Paulding. Gets it out in front. Kirby versus Armstrong. One-on-one. Good pass. Tough finish. Jeff Davis's Ty King will get it. Poked out of bounds by South Paulding. Knowledge Rubin, they're trying to claim he didn't.
Yeah, I like to see Ty King go ahead and finish on that play from Kirby. South Paulding calls the timeout. And they're going to take a full. Gil Davis looks as though he got his clipboard out. He has some things that he didn't like, and he's going to point those out and make some corrections.
I don't know if momentum is a thing in sports, Chuck, but there's certainly swings that we've been seeing all day, and even in this game, South Paulding comes out hot. There's a timeout. Jeff Davis responds, and now they're 3 up. South Paulding's forced to call a timeout, and they hope to ride that wave back.
Well, I don't know about other sports, but I do know about the game of basketball. It's built on different runs. You said sometimes you'll have mini runs, sometimes you'll have long, lengthy ones. And right now, I think Gil Davis wanted to go ahead and stop the potential run that Jeff Davis is on.
Jeff Davis inbounds. King gets it to Kirby. Looked like a design play. Back to King. Shot wasn't there. And that's a backboard. Right, some of these passes just had a bit too much pepper on them. And
yeah, it looked like McMillian wasn't really ready for that pass on the kick out. Looked like Kirby was on his way in for the shot.
Ruben Kiles gets it into Cameron Armstrong.
Double screen, I like that. Cameron thought about it. Now he's doing a little bit too much. Good baseline move right here.
Kirby gets his hand on it, forces it back down.
Good passing.
And Kiles is blocked. But he'll be going to the line to shoot too.
C.J. Parker better be careful. Sometimes you get those kind of reactions that he just had. He'll get you a tech.
Senior Ruben Kiles at the line.
That's Kyle's first point of the ball game.
He knocks down his second. Jeff Davis now trying to preserve a 1-point lead, 2:32 remaining in the third quarter. That pass floats away from everybody. South Paulding now on the other side trying to lead the fast break, and that falls.
Good finish for Kyles.
Back and forth we go. Kirby finishes, and there's an injured Spartan.
Bring it on down by Kirby.
Have an injured Spartan on the court.
It's like Knowledge Rubin caught an inadvertent hand. Yeah, it looks like he caught an inadvertent hand by Kirby when he went up for the slam.
They're able to get Rubin off, and it's going to be South Paulding ball.
Kirby is one of the most athletic guys there is in the state of Georgia, and he has incredible finishes.
He seems to be everywhere. Doesn't matter defense, offense. He always seems to be involved in every part of a play.
Yeah, he's doing a lot for Jeff Davis. He's one of the, not one of, but the main cog of this team.
Thought about that on three, pulls it up, goes inside, won't go. Rebound by Jeff Davis.
Wild pass right there.
Swain there kind of losing the handle, and another injured Yellow Jacket, another injured player. It's a Yellow Jacket this time who is.
Yeah, it looked like that was Ty King coming in with getting that charge call.
It's King now who's a bit hobbled. Some discussion at the scorers table.
Not sure what that discussion is about. Looks like they got it straight.
Jeff Davis seems to be on the losing end of that, whatever it was. Coach Boatwright unhappy with the resolution. Spartans with the ball. Armstrong back with it. He's looking, and Jeff Davis is really compact in the paint.
Oh, yes.
Three goes
right
Chandler
there.
Travis.
I know Travis has gotten off the bench and done really, really well.
McMillan getting his first touch in a while. Kirby rips it away from Armstrong.
Yeah.
One minute, 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Spartans lead by 2. They've moved Armstrong out of the point here. They're in that kind of second main offensive set they run. Now they get it to him. Armstrong looking,
move.
Tearing through 5 Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, but it doesn't fall. Johnson ends up with the rebound.
Good move, good move, good move. That's
Reed, Jeremiah Reed, the senior shooting guard / small forward. We have him listed here on our roster. The first time he's getting his name called on our broadcast. He's at the line shooting too.
Yeah, that was a good, strong move by the senior, taking it to Shane Gibson, who was basically out of position. And here's a foul that was totally unnecessary. I think James Johnson needs to just get back and focus on playing defense in the half court.
A little bit of frustration mounting both on the court and on the sideline for Jeff Davis, it looks like.
There's his turnover. They have numbers. This should be a good
Johnson Kirby, he finishes.
He brings it down.
Usually moving the ball back isn't a good idea on a fast break, but that time no one was stopping Kirby.
Oh, yeah. You want to go ahead and hit the trailer, especially if you got somebody as electrifying as Kirby when he goes high above the rim.
Armstrong, 3 off the catch and shoot won't go. tipped out by Jeff Davis.
Time for a dribble and a shot and a pass.
It won't go. At the end of the third quarter, Jeff Davis leads home team South Paulding 54-52. We have 8 minutes of basketball left to play. Chuck, what did you see in this third quarter, and what do you think is going to be different in the fourth?
Well, it looks like Ja'Queze Kirby and the crew has, taken on the momentum. But, however, it's only a 2-point ball game. I think South Paulding has, broken down on their defensive pressure that they had early on in the first half. And it's going to take them a while to get back into the rhythm that they've been thus far. But I do think that it's going down to the wire between these two teams.
We will find out. We hope you stay with us on Sportal TV. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
And you definitely catch all the replays today of the Sportal Showcase if you go to Sportal TV Live.
Coming out of the break for the quarter, Jeff Davis will have the ball.
Well, it definitely has been the theme, close games all day today, with the exception of the Elka and Grayson game.
Which is only 9 points.
Yeah.
But, that's what you want. If you're a basketball fan, you want competitive basketball, and that's what we've been able to give you all day, which we are very pleased with here at the Sportal Space team. Shot doesn't fall for Jeff Davis. South Paulding now. Shane Gibson dribbling. He'll take it back out to the logo. Deep three off the rim and out. And it's going to be C.J. Parker. They're going to ring him up. I don't know if it's Parker, if it's Gillis they got, but one of them got the face. It looks
like it was Gillis they got with that foul there.
Inbounding from the baseline. South Paulding gets it in.
Still a 2-point game, so a lot of basketball still to be played in the last frame. That's a good step back right there by Armstrong. Didn't go.
Kirby hindered by that little overhang in the deeper part of the baseline. He wasn't able to get that like he wanted to. South Paulding ball. Thought about the catch and shoot three. Won't go. Deep two. And
unnecessary foul right there on Thomas Marshall.
It's just so obvious, too, when a player goes up in the air to rebound. If you push him in the back, there's not many places he can go except fall forward.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is if they're in front of you and they got the rebound, you got out hustle. You got to get the next one. So just go on back down on the other end, box out next time and get that rebound.
And we have a sub. Knowledge Rubin, comes back in after checking out briefly. Marshall goes to the bench. Kirby, aggressive pass inside. Passer. That court vision that he has, not only he has the vision, but he can execute those very, very difficult tight ropes.
Yes, he is giving some good passes there. Like I said, both of these teams are very good passing teams. Reed is at the line for two.
He's gotten more involved in these last 3 or 4 minutes of game time. Reed knocks down the first. Second short, rebounded by South Paulding. They're going to try to push. Get it to Armstrong. Armstrong to Gibson.
I'd like to see South Paulding work the ball around and get something on the inside, preferably for Knowledge Rubin to get touches. He hadn't had any.
Gibson jumper from the free throw line won't go. They really settled for outside shots. They haven't used their big men inside, low post, high post like we saw in the first quarter.
Not at all. I'm not sure if Kirby wanted to make that pass. I think he should have shot it right there in the lane. No one was there to defend him.
I was just about to say, I think he found himself in the air and had to get rid of it somehow. And
best way to do it is go ahead and shoot it.
Kirby looking too far ahead and lets that one go through his fingers. Another unforced turnover, and the turnovers are just costing both teams here.
Yes, it is. It's probably going to be the story of the outcome later on.
Gibson on the give and go. Foul before. He is going to the line. And
fouls on McMillan.
Shooting 2.
This is Gibson's first time, his second time to the free throw line.
First one goes in. Cuts it back to well within a 1-possession game. South Paulding trails by 2 now, but they get the offensive rebound and another second chance opportunity. Gibson resetting the offense. Armstrong.
Strong move right there. What happened? Good timeout by Coach Davis. I think that's a very timely timeout. Travis with that nice pass, reception, a nice pass there and finish.
And we have a tie game, 5:29 remaining in the fourth quarter, 55 all. And what's kind of been each side minding their own business, doing what they do, and it's a tie game so far.
Yes, and I think it's just going to go back and forth. It's just like a heavyweight boxing match. You're just going to go back and forth round by round. But now we're up there curious to see who's going to be the one still standing.
I don't want to make any predictions. I'm not in the business of being a psychic here, but we've had 3 close games and not one has gone to overtime here. Could this be the one on the nightcap, Chuck?
I called for an overtime game sometime this game, so maybe this may be it.
This may be it. Jeff Davis now. Kirby. Swain. Looks like McMillan back to Kirby. Kirby's looking to make something happen.
Pass.
That's Johnson, I believe. No. Jeremiah Reed.
Good pass by Kirby. Coming into the game, I've been, very impressed with Kirby's athleticism, but something that's being overlooked is his ability to pass the ball. He is a very savvy passer, makes good passes like this pass right here. Too bad he couldn't get that shot.
Shane Gibson's before the shot on the floor.
That's McMillan, not moving his feet, reaching in. Getting called with that loose laundry.
They're showing 6 fouls on the scoreboard, 1 away from being in the bonus.
Good pass. Oh!
And it's Shields checking in after a little bit on the bench.
Travis had an opportunity to finish that thing, and luckily he had Shields to back him up. Let's see if Shields could knock these 2 free throws down to tie the ball game.
First one short off the front iron.
McMillan comes out, and Emmanuel Rump come back in.
Both are short for Shields. Kirby now keeps it going, tries to split everyone, and he does.
He's supposed to finish that.
Layup doesn't go. Shields with the rebound. Cross to Armstrong. Some contact, no call.
Armstrong's been fairly quiet here in this fourth quarter. I hadn't heard from him since maybe mid-third quarter.
At this point in the game, 2-point, 1-possession game, 4 minutes remaining. You're really looking for someone to step up.
Yeah.
It's got to be someone either on Jeff Davis or South Paulding needs to step up and kind of take control of this game in clutch time. Now it's going to be
like Cameron has heard me talking about it because he just called some activity and got himself to the free throw line for 2. And he converts on that first one.
One-point game, 4:10 remaining in the fourth. In the fifth and final game of Sportal Showcase here at South Paulding High School. Armstrong second can't go. Kirby to Swain. Swain in between 3 tries to go with the high.
Easy lane, easy.
Back on the other end, Gibson. They've moved Armstrong off the ball. He gets it now, coming towards the middle of the court. Slippery court out there. Keeps his balance, though. Ruben Kiles takes the 3 and
Big
knocks
shot.
it down.
That is a big shot right there by Kyles. May have been one of those, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. And a good pull-up right here by Armstrong doesn't go.
Kirby's in good position, but almost gets that taken away. Fighting the double team. Looks like it may have touched the red paint. But it's all the same as Jeff Davis turns it over.
So the crowd, I guess, is behind Kirby's double dribble call. They're calling him overrated. I'm not sure if they've been watching this game and seeing the activity that he's caused. This is what we want. Tie ball game, last 3 minutes of the game. Both teams are trying to get the win.
With Shields setting and that's...
And it's another turnover by Cameron Armstrong.
He saw the same thing we saw. Shields set the screen and then dipped into that backdoor lane, tried to get it to him, but Jeff Davis, nice job getting the body in the lane. He tried to eat it, but had already committed his mind to it.
Definitely cut it off there.
Swain, Kirby. I'm sorry, now it's Kirby.
Pass.
And he finishes.
All right. Kirby has 2 stoves going right about now and got something cooking.
A lot of bodies flying around in that inside the three-point line there. It's going to end with South Paulding shooting free throws. Shields back at the line. The first
Shields
goes.
Go ahead and knocks it down. He missed the first 2 not too long ago when he was at the line, so hopefully he's got himself focused to knock this one down to tie the ball game back up.
And
we have a dandy going on here, folks. It's a tie ball game. Ja'Queze Kirby brings it up.
Is he going to get help on this side of the court, in the offensive court? He gets it, and now he has an immediate double, tries to split 2 defenders.
Oh, man.
Rips it off a South Paulding defender so hard he gets his own pass, and he finishes in the now cleared lane. Jeff Davis, 2-point lead, 63-61, just a hair over 2 minutes remaining. Kyles with the 3. This time it doesn't go. Shields, offensive rebound. Second chance opportunity, and he capitalizes, lays it in. 63-63. Timeout, Coach Davis and South Paulding.
Yeah, I like the energy that Shields brings to this team. He seems to be one of the glue guys. He's definitely a good defender. He's undersized to be listed here as a power forward at 6'3", but however, he's causing a lot of activity and keeping South Paulding alive in this game.
He is indeed one of these guys that every team needs. May not show up on the stat sheet every night, filling up the stat sheet, scoring 30 points, triple-double machine, but when you watch him play with your eyes in person, you see the importance of these type of players on the team.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's made an impact on the game. He still hadn't cracked double figures just yet. Here's the first horn. Davis go ahead and releases his guys.
Jeff Davis now. We haven't seen any real design plays run, I don't think, coming out of a timeout or a break. Let's see if they have one here or it's try to make something happen. Kirby, good pass, one-handed, underhanded.
Good hustle.
Good save there on the far side. Shields now.
Kirby reaching. I like him to just get back and protect the basket. You know he's going to the basket, so, you know, reaching for the ball in the open court right there does nothing for you but get this guy back on the free throw line. Shields here with 2 again.
Knocks down the first, gives South Paulding their first lead in, I'd say, over a quarter.
Yeah, it's been a while since they had the lead.
And he goes 2 for 2. He's hit 4 of his last 4.
And he is in double figures.
Oh, Kirby's
Turnover.
passing the ball.
Oh, good move. Tough call. I think when Kirby came and swung at the ball, officials always are telling me that, you know, if your player is swinging at the ball, they are going to 9 times out of 10 call that foul. If you're going up with hands straight up and make the block, then a lot of times you won't get that call. But, however, we have
Shields
back at the line again, knocks down his first.
He's hitting some really big free throws here that could end up being the difference in this game. He doesn't hit the second offensive rebound for South Paulding.
You got to come down with those rebounds if you're Kirby.
That's huge. It's a 3-point game. You trail by 3 now and 1:30 remains. You've got to get a defensive stop. Armstrong thought about the 3. Good decision to pull it down, though. You don't need to take a wild 3 here.
Yeah, not exactly. You right now you want to get to the basket because you're in the bonus. So.
South Paulding's going to be shooting free throws. Coach Boatwright takes a timeout. 1:21 remains. South Paulding leads by 3. Some back and forth going on.
Yeah, it's some crowds going back and forth with some jibber jabber. But during this timeout right here, if I'm South Paulding, I'm going to make sure that I'm protecting the basketball, I'm playing defense, and I'm going to secure every loose ball that there is. If I'm Jeff Davis, I'm going to try to penetrate to the basket like we have been doing. But once we get those looks, we got to definitely finish. So there it is for the last 121, what to be expected. South Paulding has, it looks like Cam Armstrong going to the line for a 1-and-1. Or no, 2-shot foul. Jeff Davis is in double bonus.
Armstrong makes the first, and it's now a 2-possession game. 4 points separates Jeff Davis and South Paulding. He hits both. Ja'Queze Kirby now trying to make something happen. He gets it into Emmanuel Rumpf. And we get some noise in the gym.
Here's
Rumpf 3
right
open
no
off
good.
left.
Not sure if, here's
Armstrong. And he gets fouled by Rumpf trying to go up. And it's a tough position to be in if you're Rumpf coming in off the bench as a role player, hasn't gotten many touches in the game, and try to take that three with what is basically the game on the line.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate the initiative to go ahead and try to take the big shot. But, however, I'm not sure if that's his real cup of tea.
Armstrong misses his first. He goes 1 for 2. It's going to be Swain taking the inbounds from Kirby. Back to Swain. Some sense of urgency here, though. This game is definitely not out of reach.
I like to see Kirby just go ahead and take that shot right there. You know, sometimes he's a little too unselfish to his fault. Kind of like what they say about LeBron James at times. You know, we love to see LeBron just go right on in and crush it and make the score. But, however, the name of the game is to be a team player, and he's trying to utilize his teammate. So that's 5 fouls on the freshman.
C.J. Parker, his night is done. And I think that's what you're talking about there with Kirby, that one too many passes and it causes a turnover.
Yeah.
It's kind of a risk-reward thing. You can create a better opportunity for yourself on the offensive end, find an open player, but every time you pass, you also increase the possibility it's going to get deflected or stolen or.
Yeah, a lot of times you got to go for that for sure bucket, and he's definitely a scorer there. Shane Gibson, go ahead and, you know.
Kirby, Swain jump stop, tries to go, and he gets fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
Swain has to convert on these 2 here while the clock is stopped. If I'm Jeff Davis, I think I'm going to put a full court press if I can get these free throws made. And Swain just struggled there, is very short at the line there.
Swain, tough trip at the line, goes 0 for 2.
Kirby tried to keep it alive, couldn't get his hand on it.
It's going to be Armstrong
Patience now. Patience is needed right here. There you go.
And Swain fouls. .31 seconds remain. South Paulding now leads by 8 with the opportunity to make it double digits. Armstrong knocks down the first. Second short, Kirby on the rebound. And he tries to finish. He gets met in the paint.
And so, you know, and that's the kind of aggressiveness that I needed to see earlier on in this ball game from Kirby. Like I said, he's very unselfish, as he's shown some very, very good passing. However, he is at the free throw line, knocking them down, knocking both of them down. Both Wrights asking for a timeout. 8-point game, 24 seconds left. Right now, if I'm him, I'm trying to get the quick steal. If not, I'm going to foul immediately. Definitely have to do that and hope that South Paulding doesn't convert on their free throws. If I'm South Paulding, I'm going to make sure that I am protecting the ball. I am looking, expecting that foul to come, and if the foul does come, I want to make sure that I'm securing the ball and protecting it to the point that if the referee misses the foul call and the ball doesn't get deflected out of the hands.
Right. You just hear stoppage time come over from the PA announcer. We are announcing scores from other major things going on. I think the Atlanta United score just got announced, and the Heisman Trophy winner just got announced. While we're waiting for play to resume.
Trap, foul. There you go. Now you want to see if Shane Gibson can knock down these two.
For the record, it was Kyler Murray, and Atlanta United is up 2-0 over Portland in the MLS Championship with a couple minutes of stoppage time left.
Oh.
So Atlanta may be winning a championship.
Yeah. Let's not speak too soon. You know how that goes.
There are 4 minutes left, so.
I think everyone remembers that Super Bowl debacle.
Second one won't go. Kirby now. McMillan looking for something. Kirby's got to take a shot here. Dumps it off.
Still
And
making a pass. Let's see if he can get the old-fashioned three.
Johnson finishes inside. He'll be going to the line for an extra.
Kirby has 8 assists so far through the game, so, that's definitely proof that he is an excellent passer. There he is on the offensive rebound, again, keeping it alive. Boatwright calls one more timeout. Now, I'm not sure if that's his last timeout.
He rebounded, Kirby that was. He rebounded the miss of his teammate not once but twice, put it up until he finally got it to go. And it's now not out of the realm of possibility. A crazy steal, the impounds, take a three, get fouled.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen here.
Kirby actually has 28 points right now, and they can get a steal and a quick basket and possibly another turnover with 8.9. We might have ourselves an overtime opportunity here. It's only a 4-point game.
South Paulding's got to get this in cleanly. That's their number one priority. Everything else comes later here. One good inbounds play.
Yeah, get that ball inbound, secure it, make sure you go down and knock down the free throws.
It's going to be number 14, Ruben Kyles, with the inbound. He's going to be the trigger man.
This is the way they're set up. I'm looking for a long pass.
And I think they had it. They almost had it with the streaking Shields, but they didn't get it to him.
Yeah, usually when they're lined up like that, you have an advantage because you break to the ball and then send somebody deep, and you should have that open pass.
First free throw is knocked down.
Travis has done a good job coming off the bench for South Paulding.
He hopes to ice it with this free throw. 7.6 seconds remaining. He does. Score is 75-69. And Swain's final layup doesn't go. Kirby gets the rebound and puts it in, but that will be your final here from SportalShowcase in the nightcap. South Paulding 75, Jeff Davis 71. Another great game, another close game that virtually came down to the fourth quarter. We see the South Paulding student section making some noise now, cheering on their victory.
Actually, I think they're giving Kyle Sandy, our media specialist, giving him a little run for his money over there, giving him a hard time. It's all in fun and games.
Does still need to choose the MVP of the game, and I think they will be chagrined if it's Kirby.
Well, it may be Kirby, but Kirby lost there. He only had 30 points. But, however, it looks like Cameron Armstrong. It'll be between Cameron Armstrong or Shields.
And it's going to be Armstrong, it looks like. They called Armstrong over. He will be your player of the game for this final game. Capping off a night of excellent close games, teams from north, south, east, west. This was Jeff Davis's first game in Metro Atlanta, and they certainly showed out. They competed with a team well above them in classification all night.
They did. You have Cameron Armstrong finishes with 19 points on the night. Did well in the first half, finished the game with good free throw shooting. And then also Shields, he finishes He also finishes with 14 points as well. Well, there you have it. We have successfully got through the gauntlet of teams and games here for the Sportal Showcase, brought to you here by Sportal TV. You can always catch the replays if you go onto our website, sportal.us or sportalspace.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. You can see us at Sportal Space. We'd love to have you guys continue to follow us and catch us with the live tweets, updates, and scores and rankings week by week. We thank you all for coming out. This is Chuck Jones with Ramin, and we are signing off. Good night, folks.